I had no idea who Don Davis was until I see him do a couple of interviews recently. I mean, likable guy. I know he wants to be like. He talks a lot. He didn't get off to the right foot with Nate Diaz. He pissed off Nate in camp by talking. He had some snide remarks on his first interview with Ariel, but I think he's trying to walk those comments back.
Well, he's up in the offer. He said the offer is $15 million now, but it's going to have to be more.
Which is insane. It was 10, and now it's 15. I mean, Nate just made $5 million, within a month off that. So you bring up a great point. $15 million. So Nate has a standing $15 million offer from Don Davis in the PFL. I mean,
I think it's worth more than that. If you're going to set up a fight with Jake Paul and Nate, I think that's the starting. He's saying 15 publicly. So what are you going to say? When the negotiations start, I think it's worth more than that. The amount of eyeballs that would bring to the sport, Nate's gonna do whatever Nate wants to do, but there's not been a true boxer. We'll call Jake a true boxer because he's taken challenges. If you just compare his record to others, he takes harder fights. Look at the people he's fought. Then people were 8-0, or 10-0 even. And if he wins this next one against the real boxer, and it's going to be free. It's not a pay-per-view. But if he decides at the end of 2024 to fight, and if Nate decided, I don't think Nate's going to fight there. But if he decided, hey, look, I'll fight him, that fight's worth so much because it's not since James Toney, a real boxer, has come over to MMA, and we know what happened there, right? So for those who don't, Randy Couture submitted him pretty easily in a couple minutes. But I think that fight's worth much more if Nate's going to put his name behind that, I think. And too, the fight's worth a lot of money. That brings a lot of hype, and it's it'd be a really good thing for PFL Bellator. So the fighters have to get paid if that were the case.
So Don Davis is publicly saying 15, but you and I both think it's worth at least double.
Yeah, I'd say make it even 30 to 50 million, you're good to go. Because they can afford to lose money.
Sorry. Think about it, though. It is a huge fight because, Nate's going to get him in a guillotine or some type of submission, some type of choke. Obviously, he's capable of knocking him out in MMA, but he's going to choke him out. So that's going to be memes, GIFs, T-shirts, posters. It's going to be viral. Probably.
Well, the problem that PFL and Bellator has,
lead up.
The problem PFL and Bellator has right now is they haven't made the quality of the fighters is right up there with the UFC,
right?
But they don't have the PR or recognition.
This is the point I wanted to get to. Yeah. Because I was going to go ahead.
Yeah, no, they need to pay for that. If you're going to bring in, big star names like that, then you got to pay for it, and you got to, if anything, they should be over investing on that angle or scoop up some good free agents. They got Ngannou, right?
Yeah.
But I think Ngannou's going to have another boxing match before.
But they need
Ngannou sucks. But go on.
They need Nate more than Nate needs them, and I think this is the problem. This is why they would overpay or not overpay. This is why they would pay that amount. Is because, if you really, my issue with some of the things that he was saying yesterday in his interview with Ariel, he was talking about how Fight Matrix ranks all these fighters, right? How there's 30 fighters, that they have something like 30 in the top 100 or something or 30% of the top 100% of fighters or something like that are in PFL.
Listen.
But here's the problem. And he mentioned how the top 5 were all UFC fighters, right? That's an important point because brand name recognition is always the top 5 fighters were all UFC fighters according to this Fight Matrix.
I would say the top 15, 20 fighters are all UFC.
And the problem that they have is name brand recognition. And who's the guy that has the knockout, the most knockouts in UFC? Matt something. God, what's his fucking name? He was saying how that when people are in the street and they say, "Oh, I fight in MMA," they don't ask you are you a PFL fighter? They don't ask you if you're an MMA fighter. They ask you, "Oh, are you a UFC fighter?"
Who said that's a good point? But who said that?
It's the guy that has the most knockouts. He's a middle lightweight.
What's he look like?
He's old. Matt Brown.
Yeah,
I don't think he has the most knockouts, does he?
Welterweight. Yeah, he has
a lot of knockouts.
Yeah,
but everyone knows the PFL and Bellator is the minor leagues of fighting. And that's why, a lot of big stars don't want to go fight there. And if you're going to bring in a UFC legend like an Nate Diaz, you're going to have to give him, like Robby said, double. They're Don Davis saying $50 million, it's going to have to be 30 to $50 million because that's the type of value he has. And, if you're going to get a legend to fight in the minor leagues, LeBron's not going to go play in the minor leagues. Give me a baseball
Well, no,
legend.
It's the same thing as going to the Saudi league.
Not unless he's getting that Saudi money.
That's exactly it.
It's
It's like Ronaldo going to a Saudi league, or
like
the
the
golfers
golfers,
going to
yeah.
Live Golf. It's the same thing. It's the
So
same
if you're going to
concept.
get them to go to PFL, the minor
Yeah.
leagues, 'cause Nate Diaz could get $15 million in the UFC. So why would he take the PFL's $15 million when he can get that in the UFC?
Right.
PFL is going to have to up their offer there. But listen, I have a question for you guys.
Well, and if and when they do, UFC will up their offer too. So
Right.
Listen,
win-win.
What's up, guys? We're big fans of the NFL here at Inside Fighting, and we've partnered up with DraftKings to bring you guys an incredible offer. DraftKings is an official partner of the NFL, and right now, if you're a new customer, you can bet $5 of your own money, and you get $150 of bonus bets instantly. All you got to do is use promo code INSIDEFIGHTING. If sports betting's not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still use DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports to get in on all the action. I do it all the time. But if not, if you're a new customer, bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Just use promo code INSIDEFIGHTING.